What's up, guys? It's Dave from UltraMegaDeathRay.com here. It's that time of year again. PAX East 2013, baby. Oh yeah. Of course, being in my neck of the woods, I'm going to be pretty excited. This is my third time going to PAX East, and only the second time I'm going there as, quote, part of the press, end quote. So be sure to look out for me wearing the Ultra Mega Death Ray t-shirt. I'm really excited about this year. There's going to be a lot to see, a lot to play, so let's get right into what's going to be at PAX East 2013. I figure what better way to start off than with the Indie Mega booth that's going to be on display. I'm not even going to get into the full lineup since there's going to be over 60 games shown. I will include a trailer in the description below so you can check out the games you'll be able to see. One game I would highly recommend checking out is Oregon Trail. It's basically a zombie version of Oregon Trail, and yes, it's as awesome as it sounds. There will also be Octodad, Dadliest Catch, which if you've seen the episode done by the Video Games Awesome guys, you'll know just how ridiculous this game is going to get. You can find a link to that episode in the description also. And finally, there are two games in this lineup that have me interested just by name alone. You first got Drop That Beat Like an Ugly Baby and Drunken Robot Pornography. I have no idea what these games are all about, but I'm definitely going to look out for them on the show floor. Next thing I want to mention is the trifecta of games being shown off by producer Deep Silver, which includes Metro Last Light, Dead Island Riptide, and Saints Row 4. I know for the first two titles there's going to be playable demos showcasing the multiplayer aspects of those games. With Dead Island Riptide in particular, you'll be able to play multiplayer with one of the Deep Silver guys as well. Saints Row 4, however, is going to be a closed-door presentation that's going to be either a brand new trailer or just gameplay footage. Considering that the game was just announced and all we have so far is a teaser trailer, I'll gladly take any new information on it. I am just a huge freaking fan of this franchise, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the superpowers and all that crazy stuff. If you want to see more of my take on Saints Row 4 after it was just announced, you can check out my story in the description below as well. Keep in mind, too, that if you are planning to attend the Saints 4 presentation, that if you dress up as a character from the franchise, you'll actually be able to skip to the front of the line. I know I had my Johnny Gat head somewhere. Not to be outdone, Ubisoft will also be showing off a trifecta of games, including Splinter Cell Blacklist, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and Watch Dogs. Yes! I'm going to see Watch Dogs! Not to go on a tangent, but Watch Dogs is probably my most anticipated game coming out. So, first things first, just to get it out of the way, all three games won't be playable. With Blacklist, there's going to be a new gameplay demo shown, which will more than likely be played by one of the Frag Dolls. Both Black Flag and Watch Dogs are going to be shown in a closed theater environment, much like how Assassin's Creed 3 was in PAX East last year. I'm going to do everything in my power in order to see the new gameplay footage for those games, so keep an eye out on the site for my posts. Also, as a side note, for those of you who plan to watch the Watch Dogs, watch the Watch Dogs. Who's watching the Watch Dogs? Away, you tangents! Those of you who plan to see the Watch Dogs presentation will be sure to get a Watch Dogs lanyard, which I guess is one of those things you wear around your neck holding the badge. Yippee! Just give me a Watch Dogs shirt and I'll be happy. Actually, speaking of shirts, you will be able to get a free t-shirt if you pre-order any of Ubisoft's games at their booth. And here I thought they would try to one-up the inflatable hatchet from last year. Finally, I have to mention that we will finally be able to see the new game by Zombie Studios called Daylight, which is being described as a procedurally generated psychological thriller. What does that even mean? Well, judging by the interview video I'm going to have playing in a moment, it seems like it's going to be a horror game that has elements changing all the time. So one person playing through a level is going to have a different experience than another person. It sounds like it can be a pretty cool game, but wait until you see who's the writer for the game. Proceed.
Hey guys, welcome back to IG Extended. Today we're talking to the writer and studio head of Zombie. We've got Jessica Chobot and Jared Garrettson talking about Daylight, the upcoming Unreal 4 procedurally generated horror game. Now, some info already did come out about the game via text on some websites, but this is the first time we're talking about it in video form and kind of addressing some of the controversies that people have or questions they have about the game. First of which I have is Jessica. You and I come from the same world of gaming media. What credentials do you have to be writing a video game, especially a horror one?
Well, just from a horror aspect, I personally am just absolutely obsessed and Jared can back me up on this, with murder and ghosts and mysteries and haunted houses and all that other fun, incredibly crazy stuff.
You know, I think everyone's going to be snarky to the pretty girl. She's writing a horror, blah, you know, and it's like, you know, there's so many different elements of this. Like, you know, we have so much written stuff that there's also like ideas for a comic, ideas for a web series, ideas for like a lot of this. I mean, Daylight's going to be an IP. I'm not saying that we're going and doing transmedia, but like there's a lot of stuff that we want to do, and there's a lot of story and just like a lot of really cool ideas that came out of it that Jess brought to the table. The gameplay also is I mean, the whole thing about this game was to procedurally make this map, so each time I play, the map's completely different. And so the story elements we're actually going to allow the players to find in different order. The way that the game's made is it's essentially like Lego bucket, where we make all of the pieces and then we say go, and the game builds the world and it populates it and it does everything and it adds all of the scare elements, it adds all of those systems, and so it'll just grab all the pieces. And so when we do a new chapter, it's like literally throwing new bucket of Legos in and making it grow.
Chobot! I don't have anything against Jessica Chobot, except her cameo in Mass Effect 3. That was effing terrible. But yeah, like a reverse vampire, I'll look out for Daylight and get a post to you guys next week on my impressions. Wait, what? We got a new game at PAX East, and I'm gonna love it? Oh, play the video.
When you speak, I hear silence. Every word a defiance. I can hear, oh, I can hear. Think I'll go where it suits me. Moving now to a country of everyone.
Holy balls! Okay, I loved Bastion. Loved Bastion. But holy balls, Supergiant Studios, you are quickly becoming my new favorite company. It was one of those very rare games that I had to play through a second time as soon as I beat it the first time. Being an achievement whore aside, it was actually an amazing game, great narration, kick-ass gameplay. If any of you guys haven't played it, just drop everything you're doing right now and pick it up. It's on almost everything. It's on XBLA, it's on Steam, it's on iOS. Hell, it's even on Google Chrome. You can pick it up for free right now on Google Chrome. Play it now! This game, Transistor, looks like it's going to be a very similar type of game. It's going to take that isometric sort of style that was used in Bastion, and also they're going to add in some side-scrolling elements, it looks like, as well. And just like Bastion, it also looks incredible. The art direction in Supergiant's games are just amazing. They're nothing to sneeze at. And we get to play as a female character. What a shock, a female lead in a video game. Who knew? This couldn't have come at a better time considering the big fuss that's going on right now with female lead characters in video games. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I will include a link to Jim Sterling's post on Destructoid.com in the description below. So, I hope to see you guys at PAX East. I will be there on Sunday with my girlfriend. I also plan to meet a few other people there, namely the Video Games Awesome guys, since I've been keeping in touch with Deacon from the show. And there's also Sean Baptiste from Firehose Games, who will actually be part of a presentation at 10:30 on romance and video games. So, until next time, this is Dave from UltraMegaDeathRay.com. I'll catch you guys later.